Hey, we're live. Awesome. Good to have you aboard. It is Monday, August 18th in the early afternoon. Just got home from school, getting a million things done at the school. And now we're just glad to be here. So, yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. We're into the full swing of school. That's really what's going on. We're like head first into school now. We're starting to get into the curriculum finally. You know, the first days of school aren't actually school. It's going over like expectations of the class and that kind of thing. And then with that class change day, of course, a ton of kids, switched in, switched out. So I've got, 30. It's just like, I don't know. There's got to be some better way to fix this. So, yeah, I don't know what that answer is. I am not an admin, nor do I want to be. I'm here for the kids. That's why I'm there. I'm there to teach awesome things to awesome kids. All right, now I have a story. Speaking of awesome kids, and I don't know if I mean awesome sarcastically or I don't know what I mean exactly. But at the end of the expectations, I'm like, all right, finally, let's get into it. I want to take some pictures, right? And the reason I do a photo scavenger hunt, the kids are allowed to use their phone. This is like the one and only time the kids are allowed to use their phone. Otherwise, it's like district policy. Put your phones away in the cubbies or lockers or pouches or whatever each school has or classroom. And so they go on this photo scavenger hunt. They have a list. You go find go take pictures of different things around the school, like a ring. And I'm not just talking about like a wedding band ring. I'm think outside the box. It could be, a light fixture that's a ring, or something else that's a ring, a hole that you look through. One of them's a drink, right? So I'm going out just to kind of check on the kids, see if they're doing well, and if they need any help or whatnot. And one kid, he said, "Well, Mr. Miller, what do you mean by a drink?" And I said, "Oh, well, it could be anything that you think is a drink." And he said, "Well, could you elaborate on that?" And I went, No. What do you mean? Do you want me to elaborate? Find a drink. Like, what could be construed in any way as a drink, right? The drinking fountain, or a drink from the from the vending machine or something. You want me to elaborate? And he said, "Well, Mr. Miller, thinking's not really my thing." He said, I'm not really good at thinking." And I went, "Oh, you poor sweet thing. What do I say here? What do I like? You got it. You're going to be thinking the rest of your life, pal. Like, what do I say in this situation?" I offered him a suggestion. I said, "Oh, well, maybe going down to the vending machine, seeing, if there's a picture on the front of the vending machine, and you can get a picture of that, But I'm like, what do you mean? Like, thinking is not your strong suit? Are you just like able to turn your brain off? Like, you're always thinking. What do you mean I'm not good at thinking?" That was such a funny line. He said, "Mr. Miller, I'm not good at thinking." He meant it in all sincerity. I think that's the funny part. It wasn't just like, "Oh, the funny story. Yeah, of course you're not good at thinking." No, he literally meant, actually, "Yeah, thinking's not my strong suit." I went, "What?" He meant, if he didn't mean it in all sincerity, I would go, "Oh, yeah, funny." I walked away, chuckling to myself. He meant it in all sincerity, but I walked away just laughing. But, oh my gosh. "Mr. Miller, I'm not good at thinking." That was his response. It was so funny. Oh, boy. All right. Well, speaking of thinking, let's see if we can think through these connections puzzles today. We're trying to create 4 groups of 4. Let's see if we can do that. I see cue, stop, breakfast, shot, pool, pocket, prompt, parking, chance, Wi-Fi, digital, opening, wrist, nod, break, and signal. All right, now I could be wrong. This could be a red herring, but I see break, cue, pocket, and shot. These are pool terms, but that's also, pool is in there, right? Billiards. It's not. It's a red herring. Okay. Another one that I saw, and I could be wrong about this, but like things that people might go to a hotel, pick a hotel over another hotel for, because there's a pool, because they serve breakfast, because there's good Wi-Fi, and maybe there's free parking. Okay, hotel amenities, great. All right, we're on the right track here. We splurged a couple of years ago. This was before COVID even, but we splurged and went to Disneyland, and we stayed at a super nice hotel. We stayed at the one, I forget the name of it. It's like Sheraton or something, I forget, but it's the one that has a CVS pharmacy underneath, and then the hotel above. Oh man, it was a night. First off, nice place, like actually nice room to stay in. And full breakfast with sausage, bacon, and eggs, and oatmeal bar, and waffle maker, and cereal, and fruit, and everything you can imagine. It was a great place. If we ever go back to Disneyland, I will absolutely 100% stay at that hotel. I just can't remember the name. It's the one with the CVS pharmacy underneath. If you look up, the map of California Adventure. It's literally across the wall from California Adventure. And if you look at the Google Maps or the Apple Maps, and you see a CVS pharmacy, tell me the name if you would. Tell me the name of that hotel, because I forget the name too. And of course, everything's super expensive inside. I ended up having my kids kind of get a bunch of like sausage patties, and then eggs, and then cheese, squares, and English muffins. And at our table, I had like Ziploc gallon bags, and at our table, I just made us a bunch of breakfast sandwiches to have while we were in the park. Because you can only eat so much while you're there, and then you're ready to go to the park, and then you get hungry while you're waiting in line, and you're going to have one of those breakfast sandwiches. So the other thing that we brought in was a full Costco pizza, in Ziploc bags. We went to the Costco that's just whatever in Anaheim or something, and we bought two pizzas, one for us right then because we were hungry on the road, and then the second one to cut up into quarters or sixths or however whatever fit into a Ziploc bag, and we threw those into a Ziploc bag, put them in our hotel room fridge. And then when we got hungry in line or waiting or whatever, we'd get out these, cold slices of pizza, and everyone's looking around like, where'd you get pizza from? From Costco. That was our genius move. That was our big brain. We had a big brain moment. All right, so I tried cue, shot, pocket, and break, and it said that it was not correct. I do see another one. This is my big break. This is my big chance. This is my one shot. This is my opening. I wonder if those go together. They do. Okay, the opportunity. Good one. All right, and then leave it to me to get the most challenging and the most straightforward for last. A cue, a nod, a signal, and a prompt. Pocket plain old 5x5. Yesterday it was a 6x5. It was a little strange. Fast food chains that sell 50-piece nuggets. Who sells 50-piece nuggets? I thought that was Wendy's. Doesn't Wendy's you can buy a 50-piece? But it's only 3 letters. Like A and W? But that's an ampersand. I don't know. We'll come back to that. Is it Mickey D's? M-A-C? Like, what are they? Why is it only 3 letters? A circle above an angel's head might be a halo. Queen or king. Maybe royal. Maybe. Separately could be like apart. I don't know, we might change a lot of these. Karaoke bar accessories. Mics, speakers, screens, stands. It has an S on the end, whatever it is. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's look at the down ones. Lake craft with a palindromic name. Oh, yeah, kayak. Palindrome. It's the same forward and backward. Distress signal for a broken down car. Distress signal for a broken down car. Alarm? Why a broken down car? Distress signal for like a broken into car would be an alarm. I don't know. If that's the answer, I don't agree with the clue. Indianapolis NFL team might be the Colts. Indigenous people of Arizona. Oh, I do know this. Oh, maybe that one's wrong then. The Hopi Indians. I'm wondering if this one is wrong. Hard-headed animal might be a ram. Wait. Oh, I do know this. Okay, I'm dumb. Okay, fast food chain, singular, that sells 50-piece nuggets. That's KFC. And then distress signal for a broken down car is a flare. A flare. That's the one. You guys are probably looking at that, screaming at me like, duh, it's KFC. What other fast food chain has 3 letters? KFC. I don't know. I have no answer. Fast food chain that sells 50-piece nuggets. That's a KFC. Circle above an angel's head is a halo. Queen or king is a royal. Royal flush. Separately, apart. Oh, that one was right. Karaoke bar accessories. Mics. I don't like the plural of the word mic. Right? Microphone is short for mic, M-I-C, is short for microphone, right? M-I-C, because there's no K in microphone. It's just M-I-C. The plural of microphone gets really tricky, and I don't like to say the plural of mics because then, M-I-C, well, maybe you add an S. Well, that's mics, and that looks weird. Mix, right? M-I-C-S, that looks funny. So maybe you think, I'll add an ES on the end. Well, that's M-I-C-E-S. That's mice. We have a word already that's M-I-C-E-S. So then one of the ways to get around that is to put a K instead, the hard K sound, and you end up with mics, M-I-K-E-S. And that's... You know what this is? I'm going to be real with you. This is one of my ick words. Mics, the plural of microphone, the short for microphone, mics. Sometimes when I write it, I don't know about you, maybe you never even thought of this, but I'm in video production, I'm in TV broadcast, right? I teach that at the high school. And so whenever I have to type the word mics, I know this is probably ugly and everyone disagrees with me. I will sometimes either write M-I-C-S or I will write M-I-C''S. Don't kill me in the comments, I know. M-I-C''S is an ugly way to spell it. But to spell it mics, M-I-K-E-S, I just... No, I will not be spelling it M-I-K-E-S. That's a name, right? Mike, right? Mike's Hard Lemonade or something. Mike''S. I don't know. It's weird. I know. I'm weird. Totally. I'm the weirdest person for saying that. But mics, the plural of the shorthand of microphones, mics is one of my ick words. Lake craft with a palindromic name, a kayak, right? A palindrome means the same thing forward and backward. Distress signal for a broken down car. I'm glad it was not alarm, right? I had an And then M, I'm like, man, that doesn't fit. So distress signal for a broken down car. Flare. I do not have a flare in my car. I wonder if I should. I don't know. That sounds more like people that are like mountaineering or something. You definitely need a flare in your car, but just the normal, average, everyday driver probably doesn't need a flare. Indianapolis NFL team, the Colts. The Indianapolis Colts. Indigenous people of Arizona, they are the Hopi Indians. There is a theme park in Brazil called Hopi Hari, and you spell it the same way. Hopi. Here we pronounce it Hopi, the Hopi Indians. And then a hard-headed animal is a ram. A ram, leaving the M for Mike's. I'm sorry. That's a yucky word to me, Mike's, plural. Okay, so then getting off of that as fast as we can. Tracy Bennett's going to serve us up a Wordle. Let's see what we do. Here, you know what? Maybe let's play that word. Flare. Let's see what happens there. A little bit of help. They got an E at the end. We've got an E at the end. Okay, how about pound? P-O-U-N-D. Coming up with non-intersecting words. Oh, there's a U, but in the wrong place. Maybe like consonant U, consonant, consonant E. Or consonant, consonant, U, E. No, consonant, consonant, E. No, because the E's at the... It's probably one consonant. We'll see when we get there. There's one. Misty. Oh, there's more than one. Okay. So something something S something E could be like IE, like cutesy. That's too long. It doesn't fit. Or it's S-U-E. Like issue. That is a double S. Let's try it. Okay, good. I was nervous about that one. Like, you know, I always get nervous when there's a double letter in a guess. I'm like, wow, I'm wasting a guess, right? I'm wasting the letters. Yeah, but if it tells you what the right one is, it's not a waste at all, right? Not a waste at all. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so 4. We got it on 4 this time. We're building up our streak, right? 26. You got to start somewhere. You have got to start somewhere. So we started with flare, and lucky us, it gave us the E at the end. That was the only thing it gave us. And then pound gave us the U. And I'm thinking, I even said it out loud. I was like, oh, it's probably consonant U, consonant, consonant E. I couldn't be farther from the truth. Okay, and then Misty. What a beautiful song, Misty. It's a nice ballad that actually my quartet plays. We play that song, my little jazz quartet. Misty. And then there is an I, so, and a U, and an E, and an S. So I'm like, okay, so what if it's like blank, blank, S, I-E? Like, I don't know. I don't even know what that could have been. Cutesy. And it wasn't. It was issue. What's your issue? Hey, pal, what's your issue? All right. Let's dive in. Let's play the Strands puzzle. And if you're new and you've never played the Strands puzzle before, think of it like a word search, right? We're trying to find words that are embedded, buried here inside this puzzle. And they all lead back to a theme. If the shoe fits, so this might be actually about shoes. Maybe it's literal. We're supposed to take it literally if the shoe fits. Funny, sometimes I see it and it's there. How about sneakers? Maybe just singular. Sneaker. Yeah, there we go. Sneaker. Or clog. There we go. Oh, there it is. Sandal. A new sandal would be in there. Or flip-flop. Loafer. Penny loafers. Okay, there's two more. Two kind of big words there. PP. Oh. Yeah, of course, a slipper. What's this big word here? Dispaler? Why am I not seeing this? ESP? What is that? It's just a loafer. Spanish summer footwear, historical ties to Catalonia. They're just slip-on shoes, right? Like, what am I missing here? Isn't that just a regular, like, boat docker? I guess not these. These ones like tie to your ankle. Espadrille. Espadrille? Espadrille? How do you pronounce that? Okay. Well, I learned something new today. I haven't the foggiest idea what that is or what it means. But we did it. If the shoe fits, these are just types of footwear. Sneaker, sandal, loafer. It's funny to say these in the singular instead of the plural because you buy two of them, one for each foot. Slipper, espadrille, espadrille, espadrille. That's how you would say it in Spanish, right? Espadrille. And a clog. Huh. Okay, well, I learned something new there. I didn't know what an espadrille or espadrille. I don't know what that means. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Here. Pronunciation. Espadrille. Oh, you totally Americanize it. All right, so totally anglicize it. Espadrille. Espadrille. That's gross. That's not how I feel. Here, American pronunciation. How about British pronunciation? Espadrille. We would say espadrille. Okay, but what if I don't like either one? Doesn't the LL make a certain sound in Spanish and a y sound? Espadrille. That's that. I might be wrong, but that's how I'm going to say it, even though it's wrong. I don't care. Create words using letters around the square. That's our old pal, the letterbox. Doink. Just like that. There we go. Okay, try to solve in 4 words. Oh boy. All right, we got this. Especially, oh no, there's an IN on the same side. ING words are not on the table today. I got a G, R, and B, O, A, S, L, W, and H. Oh man, E, N, and I. There's no T. No P. Can't do shrine. INE is on the same side. ING. You can't play ING there. Shower. You can play shower. That's fine. So gross. My pronunciation is so gross. I know. Oh, there's a good word. Religion. Then we just polish it off with nab. How about nab? Not you personally. It's not a personal thing. It's all right. There are some words that I actually I prefer the Canadian pronunciation to. I can't think of one off the top of my head. So we're thinking of words here. I'm trying to think of it. There are some words that I'm like, yep, I know that we pronounce that weird. I don't like that. I forget what. I don't remember. A boot's okay. Yeah. Depending on where you are, a boot. Not everybody says it like that, though. Do they? A boot. About a boot. All right. Well, good. If you like what you see so far, don't forget to like and drop a comment. Consider subscribing. All the good things, because I come up into your feed if you subscribe, and you get to see my puzzles once a day. What do you mean you can't sync my stats? That's rude. Okay. All right. We got the connections puzzle after I fell headfirst into one of the the red herrings. Break, cue, and pocket. What else did I say? Oh, shot. Break, cue, pocket, and shot. That's funny. Usually a red herring is distributed equally throughout the colors, throughout the categories. Well, that's all right. Or pool. I guess pool. Maybe pool was the other part of the red herring, and I just got it completely wrong. So, hotel amenities, right? Breakfast, parking, pool, Wi-Fi. Some have a gym or an office. Printer. I heard there was a meme about a printer, like a secret government documents got left on a printer in Anchorage or not Anchorage, wherever they were in Alaska, got not leaked, but like left on the printer at the hotel. Something like that. So if your hotel has a printer, my favorite hotel was the one right next to Disneyland. Such a great one. I forget the name. Here, you know what? I'm going to look it up. Okay. See outside. It's funny. I Googled I Googled the Spring Hill Suites. There it is. to get to the hotel. I didn't Google the hotel. There it is. I didn't Google the hotel. I Googled the CVS pharmacy near. There it is. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. The one near Disneyland. Actually, if you want to know, this is way off target. Do you see it? Do you see the? That's our Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, this place over here. Oh man, they changed it. This pizza place is killer. Super good pizza, especially after a long hot day. And then I hope it's still there. There it is, right at the end, the souvenir shop. Don't go buy your, your little like Mickey ears and all that. Don't go buy it in the park. Buy it from this little souvenir shop. You're going to pay a third of the price, right? If you want to pay half price for things instead of buying it full price in the just the country bumpkins. I love that. Yeah, that's the place to go. If you're like, oh man, where do I go? First off, stay at that one, the Spring Hill Suites. And then where are you going to, where are you going to get all your merchandise, right? Your T-shirts and your hoodies and your light up stuff and your, Mickey ears. Don't buy it in the park. You're going to buy it for way too much money. Go to that tiny little shop I just showed you. That is like the place. I'm serious. The place to go get your merch, your Disney merch. That's great. We all bought like buttons and pins and stuff too, because you save a fortune going there. Yeah, really, awesome breakfast. One of the best breakfasts I think we've ever had at a hotel. Probably the number one breakfast at a hotel was in Texas. Now, I don't remember exactly where in Texas. We were on a big road trip going to see our family on the East Coast. And we went kind of the southern route, and we stopped in Texas, and we went to, I think, a Howard Johnson's, I bet. And we got their full, complimentary breakfast, and they had sausage, what do you call it? Biscuits and gravy. They had, pancakes and waffles and everything. But the biscuits and gravy is what pushed me over the top. I was like, oh man, this is the place. This is it. Yeah. So then opportunity is your big break. It's your chance. It's your opening. Not going to throw away my shot, right? Let's see. A cue, a nod, a prompting or prompt, and a signal. And then words before watch, right? Digital watch, pocket watch, stopwatch, and wristwatch. I might have replaced digital watch with like smartwatch, right? Smartwatch, pocket watch. I don't know. I didn't write the puzzle. You can do what you want. Okay, next one is the mini crossword. One Across was a fast food chain that sells 50-piece nuggets. How about any fast food chain with 3 letters? Duh, it's KFC. I'm hungry. I would actually love a 50-piece. I would eat it all myself. Circle above an angel's head, a halo. Queen or king is royal. Separately, apart. Karaoke bar accessories. Now, it would be totally fine if this had only 3 letters, right? M. I don't know. I don't love that. The pluralizing of the short of microphone, MIC. Usually I'll spell it wrong on purpose. I'll say MICS, knowing full well that's not how you spell it, because mics like this is one of my ick words. I'm weird. I know I'm weird. I know it. I just own it. I just know to own it. Lakecraft with a palindromic nickname. Well, name is the kayak. It's not a nickname for anything. It's a palindrome. Kayak. Distress signal for a broken down car is a flare. I don't have a flare in my car. I don't know if I should have a flare in my car, but I don't. The Indianapolis Colts, the NFL team. National Football League. Indigenous people of Arizona, the Hopi Indians. And a hard-headed animal. How about the ram? They're going to smash heads together. The ram. Okay. And then in the Wordle today, we started with the word flare. That came up with an E. In the right place even. Lucky. And then I tried pound, a non-intersecting word. And they gave us a U not in the right place. And I thought, oh, it must be consonant U, consonant, consonant E. And it wasn't. It's not even close to that. Because I tried my third non-intersecting word, and it was misty. Misty, which gave us the I and an S. The S is in the right place. So, mixing letters around, I'm like, okay, maybe it's I. Oh, excuse me. I've had a long day. S-I-E, like cutesy or something. And it was not. And then I tried issue, which was a little bit of a risk because I'm doubling a letter. What if it's wrong, But luckily it was correct. I got to hear it again. I'm sorry. Do you want to hear the American pronunciation or the British? We'll hear the American one.
Espadrille.
Espadrille. Espadrille. Ugh. Yeah, Aran said, yuck, gross. And I kind of agree. I agree. Espadrille. Espadrille. That's what it feels like. The inner Spaniard that I have inside my brain that is not actually a person is telling me espadrille. You know what? I have a Spanish teacher from Spain, and I will go see her tomorrow. I will ask how it's pronounced. How about that? I'll go and I'll ask her, how do you pronounce espadrille? In fact, let me write myself a little note, a little reminder to do that. Watch. Okay, Spanish teacher, how to pronounce espadrille. Okay. I'll put this in my pocket. Promptly forget about it. Till tomorrow at the perfect time when I see her. I usually don't see her. She teaches on a different floor than I do. So there's a slipper, espadrille. I'm going to say it even if it's wrong. A clog, loafer, sandal, and a sneaker. Cool. And then we finished off today with the letterboxed. We did it in 3. We had to do it in 4 today. We did it 1 under par. 1 under par. So shower, and then R led to religion, and then N led to nab. I wonder if we could have knocked this out in less letters, like ban. I don't know. I bet we could have. Oh, hey, Allison, how you doing? No, you're never too late. You're always the latest one, right? It's like 5 in the afternoon, right? Or no, it's even later because I was streaming in the morning. It was 4 in the afternoon. So it's like midnight, right? It's got to be late. You are late. Oh, great one. So yesterday they solved it with thingamabob and bulk. Thingamabob. What a word. That's so funny. All right. Well, if you get a hankering for some espadrilles or espadrilles or what was the other way of pronouncing it? I got to hear it in British now. Espadrille. And then the Americans will say espadrille. All right. I'm going to go ask the Spanish teacher tomorrow. She is from Spain. She's not, she doesn't speak, there's different dialects, right? There's like Mexican Spanish or down like South American Spanish. There's different kind of dialects, right? I will ask her specifically because she is from Spain. All right. Espadrille. You guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. I just never heard it before. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for some fun chat. And anyway, turn your brains on today, guys. My story about the kid that said, well, thinking's really not, I'm not good at thinking. I said, oh boy, you're going to have a long life. You're going to have a long, hard life if thinking's not your strong suit. It was funny. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.